Hello, welcome back to the other part of the stream. It's after dinner, so we stream. Woo! Wait, hold on. Okay. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. Ugh. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Ashworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I will call it a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to stand. Oh, poor Gumshoe. Detective, if you will briefly describe this case to the court? Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See? Here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security gate, past the security station, there is a gate. See? Past that are the studios. And here is Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there are only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was at 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest with the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear it again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? No. I think I'll probably remember that. Yo. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need.
Hi. What's up?
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
No thanks, I already have one. Your name, please. Hating old ladies. Not my bio. Not my actual grandma. Just old bag. Oh, just old bag. Seems Edgewood has a bit of trouble assuming witnesses to say her name.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just
Oh. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Same here, Miles! Objection sustained. Sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony? Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone had to pass by you?
You know yourself, dearie.
You may begin your testimony. She sure has one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right past me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder at 1 p.m. So up until that time, anyone? Oh, that was your security guard. So.
But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key I have. So was she saying that no one was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and the rest of them had been
run through? They were working on
They were working on a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon?
Well, I had some errands to run that morning.
What kind? What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question!
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know?
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I wanted to see a Steel Samurai run through too. Why you know me as spare me and take up guard duty? Not a bad idea.
Anyways, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station.
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer?
Nope.
He already gone to the studio before I got back to the station.
Tell us what happened. Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate from then until 5.
So you were watching it there the whole time, no breaks, not even a second?
Of course! I'm a professional, you know! Or are you criticizing how I do my job, Whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the kid and eat donuts at the same time! Snipper-snapper!
Snipper Whopper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise objection? So, the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see?
Now, murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right?
How did you know that?
Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I put him some donuts and he talked and talked. He asked me if that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And were they very impressed? Poor detective comes here getting run out by a security guard.
Interesting to me because a certain young man walked right past me at 2.
Two p.m. You sure?
Sure as bit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not getting so excited at your age. You might strain something.
What a bitch.
Now, don't get your skeevies all in a bunch.
What the fuck is a skeevy?
I'll tell you what it is. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was headed towards us.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ear, Sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
Yes. I'll say it again. It was him. Do.
Let me get this straight, old bag, or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? The Steel Samurai Defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any nonsense, Sonny? I know we can plainly see that's Powers.
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Referring to the one in the costume at that time.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one is in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What?
Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make it known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
What?
You get your shoes on and come outside for a while.
So apparently I have to go for a while because my grandfather says so. So, unfortunately, the stream will be held off until later. Goodbye.